They don't know these moves. Who is Michael Jordan or Magic Johnson? They don't know either. But they do know how to craft their style. They know how to stitch what they wear. They are garment workers of Bangladesh. Around 2.5 million like them are now stitching and crafting the country's future. The ready-made garment industry now contributes 10% to the country's GDP and accounts for 76% of the export. Over 30 years, the rapidly growing RMG sector has brought about a revolution in the socio-economic structure of Bangladesh. It's early in the morning at Jogitola, a small village in Jaidapur near Dhaka. Here, in a little cottage, lives a garment couple. They are on rush to reach their workplace in an hour. Meet the lady first. Parya is her name. Parya's life is itself a tale of struggle. She was only 8 when her father died. The sole bread earner left nothing but 3 children and a widowed wife.
আমার আব্বা মারা যাওয়ার পর মামারা সবাই বাপের বাড়িতে নিয়ে আসলো, নিয়ে এসে আমার স্কুলে ভর্তি করে লেখাপড়া করাইলো। আমার মামার সাথে গাজীপুর আসলাম, আইসা চাকরি নিলাম। আস্তে আস্তে চাকরি করতে করতে অনেক বছর ধরে চাকরি করতে করতে বাড়ি কিছু উন্নত করলাম, ঘর দিলাম, একটা মামার বাড়িতে জায়গা রাখলাম, ওই জায়গায় আমরা বাড়ি করছি, সবই করছি। এখন একবারই লেখাপড়া করাইতেছি, আমার ক্লাস 8-এ পড়ে, এখন আমি তার খরচ দিই।
There she met Shujon, another garment worker nearby. Their love story ended up in marriage in January 2006. Parya got a new home, a new family, and a new struggle inside to attain a respectful life. Shujon's family never wanted Parya to work outside. They even expected a hefty dowry, which she couldn't provide. For 3 months, Parya had been without work until the family could realize only Shujon's income was not enough to survive. She joined work again, and within few days, Parya started to shoulder all the responsibilities of the family along with her husband.
মাসে বিয়া শাদি করলে শ্বশুর বাড়িতে টাকা পয়সা দেয়, আমি কোনো টাকা পয়সা নেই, ঠিক আছে? এর লেগা কইছি তুই এত সস্তায় বিয়া করছত, মাসে অনেক বিয়া করলে অনেক টাকা পয়সা পায়। এই জন্য আমার বউ বলছে যে তাইলে ঠিক আছে, দুইজনে চাকরি বাকরি করে গামছে, আমরা জিনিসপাতি করি, তাইলে আর আঙ্গ এরম করতো না। এর লেগে ও চাকরি করতেছে, ওর আমার যদি চাকরি না থাকে তাইলে ও আমার হেল্প করবো, আবার ওর না থাকলে আমি হেল্প করবো। মানে আম্মা আব্বা আমাদের খুব আদর করে, সকালে পাক শাক করে দেয়, আবার রাত্রে পাক শাক করে দেয়, আমরা খুব শুয়ে গেছি।
As a sewing operator, Parya now earns more than her cutterman husband. This lady is now able to save for future. These days, she can even dream of a land, small business, and a baby all of her own. Now Parya knows, as long as there's the job, she is the goddess of her own fate.
চাকরি না করতে বলবো মানে আমার বাইরে লেখাপড়া করতেছে, এটা আমি করাইতে পারবো না। আর আমার যে স্বপ্ন ছিল যে আমি বাড়ি করবো, একসময় ভাড়া দেবো, এটা করতে পারবো না। মানে একটা বাচ্চা নিলে বাচ্চার ভবিষ্যৎ করতে পারবো না, মানে বাচ্চাটার কষ্ট হবে, আমার নিজেরও কষ্ট হবে, আমি চলতে পারবো না।
This is not a story of an exceptional individual only, but similar stories also represent nearly 2 million female workers of the ready-made garment sector, which comprises about 80% of the female workforce. Millions more are dependent on apparel industry in some way or the other. Some supply food, some own small shops beside factories, and some rent houses to the workers. Many more are employed in hundreds of back and forward linkage industries. Thus, ready-made garments have become the strongest ever cause for social security and women empowerment in the country.
There is a revolution in terms of impact of RMG sector, particularly in the areas of women's mobility, poverty alleviation, and recognition of women as a primary breadwinner, a role hitherto only given and considered to be a male prerogative.
There are more than 4,500 garment factories in Bangladesh. New factories are definitely compliant and updated with the latest technology. To catch up with them, older ones are also in a race to be up to the mark. Now, entrepreneurs invest in the environment-friendly technology and engage in world-class security and care much for safety. Ensuring social compliance is now a practice. Facilities like medical care, healthy food, pure drinking water, transportation and daycare centers are common. Some of them also provide schooling for the workers' siblings. In Bangladesh, standard of social compliance is improving day by day. Even some owners have started spending big money for workers' entertainment.
If you are compliant, you will get the better orders, more order, better price. Your workers or staff turnover will be less. Their migration will be less. It is influence to the productivity as well, because mentally they are satisfied to work this company. Naturally, they can contribute more to the production, and it is a win-win situation.
Such compliant mindset is a result of a 30-year-old long struggle. To attain this success, RMG industry had to meet a lot of challenges and adapt to many changes since 1973. Now, Bangladesh produces for almost all the prestigious brands in the world. Today, people of more than 50 countries wear Bangladeshi garments. Bangladesh now dominates a large portion of the European market. In spite of not having duty and quota-free access, a demand and esteem for Bangladeshi RMG products are ever increasing in the US market too.
Last 10 years, the quality of the garments has been better. The compliance in the factories, meaning both from an environmental and compliance point of view, that is getting better. And at the same time, we don't pay the price level, and the competitiveness of Bangladesh is still very, very high. So a lot of good things have happened the last 10 years.
But labor right is still and has been a burning issue in the Bangladesh apparel business. To resolve this problem, the government, the owners and the workers' associations have come to a tripartite agreement ensuring a minimum wage of 1,662 taka in the entry level, maternity leave, ID card, timely salary and overtime for the workers. It takes effect in July 2006. The RMG Industry Owners Association, BGMEA, is closely monitoring its implementation in every single unit.
There is a tripartite agreement. The improvement is about more than 98%, and which is a tremendous contribution by the association for our member units. We have also the arbitration cells, which usually work if there is any dispute between the workers and the member unit.
Still, there are factories which are not fully compliant. They are around 10% of the total. For physical upgradation of these old and first-generation factories, it is proposed to shift them in a garment village to be established outside the city. There is a strong consensus between government and the Owners Association in this regard. Apart from that, more than 20 workers' organizations are working for proper work environment and labor rights.
শ্রমিকদের সচেতন করি, মালিকদের সচেতন করি, অনেক সময় শ্রম আদালতে মামলা করি এবং বিজিএমই বিকিএমই তাদের সাথে বিভিন্ন আরবিট্রেশন করে এই বিভিন্ন সোশ্যাল কমপ্লায়েন্সের যে ইস্যুগুলো আছে সেগুলো ধাপে ধাপে আমরা উন্নয়নের চেষ্টা ধারাবাহিকভাবে চালিয়ে যাচ্ছি এবং ক্রমান্বয়ে সেটা আস্তে আস্তে সমাধানের দিকেও এগিয়ে আসতেছে। শ্রমিকদের মধ্যে যে সচেতনতাটা ছিল না এটাও অনেকটা দূর এগিয়ে আসছে। পাশাপাশি মালিক পক্ষের যেই মিড লেভেল ম্যানেজমেন্ট বলি তাদের যেই মানসিকতা ছিল শিল্প পরিচালনা করার যেই তাদের যেই ল্যাক অফ নলেজগুলো ছিল ওই জায়গাটা অনেকটাই তারা এখনো ইমপ্রুভ করতে পারছে।
A handful of NGOs and international organizations are playing strong role in promoting world standard compliance. With their support, Bangladesh established an example of excellence in eliminating child labor from the garment sector. To uproot this problem from the society and their rehabilitation, 3 other projects are also ongoing.
Certainly, we have seen lots of progress in the sector in the sense that there has been much greater awareness about working conditions, workers' welfare, the basic rights of workers, workplace safety. But I think it's very important that the sector also work towards full compliance in line with international labor standards. So we are here ready to extend technical support to ensure that compliance is in line with international labor standards.
Bangladesh is changing rapidly. The country is moving forward for a sustained institutional democracy. Political turmoil is a past. Now, the country has an independent election commission and anti-corruption commission. To establish the rule of law, separation of the judiciary from the executive is realized. Reform is on progress in each major state institution, including the ports. Now, Chittagong Port can handle double the volume compared to a year ago. Time needed to handle and discharge a container has cut down to 1/4 also. Services like transport, telecommunications and banking have achieved the international standard these days. On the other hand, government provides back-to-back LC and bonded warehouse facilities solely for this sector. To ensure proper policy environment, a new labor law has been introduced.
Social compliance forum looks after the compliant issues, especially of the RMG, and crisis management committee that we have formed, that is also for RMG ready-made garments sector. Whenever there is any complaint or whenever any untoward incident, the crisis management committee, they react. They intervene and we have solved many problems in the past. We had a number of meetings with the workers. So they come here, they ventilate their grievances, then we sit down with the garments owners. And that's how we are trying to solve the problems.
Bangladesh economy is growing at a steady 6% rate over the past few years. RMG is one of the major driving forces behind this growth. As essentials to the sector, hundreds of back and forward linkage industries like transport, textile, dyeing, printing and accessories industries are established. With these facilities, Bangladesh apparel export is now growing at a robust pace. Investment is also making a geometrical progress. This least developed country can now hope to export apparels worth $18 billion by 2010, and millions of RMG workers' hands are now weaving this approaching future of prosperity.
We know that Bangladesh is trying to halve its poverty level by 2015 according to the MDG targets, and we are well on the path. but this sector could play an important role. If we can really achieve the targets that we have set, for example, we are planning to increase our market share from 3% to 5%, then obviously we will be able to take a large number of people above the, out of the poverty trap and above the poverty line, and many other sectors will be growing, which will have important impact on the economy.
What is a mere dress worth for a buyer? A few dollars or more maybe? But it brings smile for Paria, the worker, and it means future for Bangladesh, the country.